Hi guys, welcome back. So, like usual, we're gonna start with the job seeking. We haven't done for a couple of days because of the weekend, but yeah, we're back, right? So, we're gonna do that. Let's actually do 15 minutes for this, and let's see what we can find, right? So, alright. So let's check the front page first, like we usually do. Alright, Laravel developer. Alright, let me actually open up my social media for something as well. Feedback. What does experienced mean? Looks not good. Okay. Mm, doesn't look too good though. Doesn't seem there's been any jobs the couple of days. Today's Monday. All right. Let's yeah, let's do something. Let's start with HTML. On date. Good. Full stack. Okay. Well, there's not a lot of jobs, right? But just in case, let's do the date like this one. All right. Let's check the second page like we usually do. Custom front end. It's actually an internship. Okay, doesn't seem like much. Okay, so let's check the second keyword. The second keyword is WordPress. So let's see. Senior Webmaster Team Lead. Alright, so let's do React. It's too far. Okay, well you guys, you see it, right? There are no new jobs again, right? It's not me, it's them. Okay. Subscribe if you have not. We are prepping learning stuff and some project Next.js. Um, let's do it like that. Okay. Pin message. Awesome. Angular developer with humor. What do you mean? Laravel developer. Alright, no new jobs. Well, we have some jobs to apply, so let's actually do those. Um, now that we are here, right? So let me apply to those jobs. Okay. I think I put them in the year plan. Let's start from the bottom. I'm gonna apply to that. All right. Um, what is this? Full stack engineer, and this one is expired. Some job opportunities they expire like within a day or so. That's absolutely insane, and that means bad news, right? So okay, select. So yeah, this one doesn't look too good though. 7 years of work experience. Oh, okay. And you're paying what? What are you paying? There's no. Well, you might as well get a like an expat. Dutch people usually don't have this experience. That's very interesting. All right. This one expired? Not expired yet. Excellent Green AG engineering. So what is this all about? Okay. Excellent green tech engineering. What's up, Sopam? How are you doing? What is this all about? Is this looks like a wait a minute. What is this? Werk met green tech jobs aan een duurzame wereld. Oh, it's an agency, really? Oh, these motherfuckers. Oh, that was very good. It's an agency. It's not a real here or branches. Ah, these motherfuckers. And I need to apply to their website. So let's assume I find a job. They're probably gonna ask for LinkedIn as well, and I denied to have LinkedIn ever. So the website is a little bit sketchy. I think it's yeah, there's all kinds of jobs. 43 pages. It's a scraper even. So what is it called? Front end developer. So it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Yeah, these. Yeah, come on now. Come on now. The headphones cooked? Really? How about now? Is it good or is it bad? I don't know. Where's the LinkedIn? There's no LinkedIn? Interesting. Alright. Is this still cooked? My microphone? I'm not sure. Same? Damn it, bro. How about now? Is it still the same? It should work now. It should not give me a problem. Maybe I should do this. How about now? God damn it, bro. That's a problem I really don't want to have right now. Okay, so this can fuck off. Let me go on Discord. Discord channels at me. Let me see. Uh, is it still cooked? All right. Creative. Oh, it's career value. Okay. This also can go. Oh, wait. I can actually do this. Let me see what you said. My headphone is the problem. The sound is low, but I can hear you. How about now? It's a little bit higher, but let me see. Great. Okay. We applied to one. So yeah, I'm doing the applying. I always do it on my mobile because it's faster. Front-end developer WordPress. Uh, okay. Give me a second. I'm changing my resume for a second. Let me see where that one is. WordPress. Okay. What also studio. Let me see. We're almost done. front end developer. Alright. So many questions. Do you speak Dutch? Yes. Why is that so important, really? Everything is in English. Everything is in English. Yeah, this salary looks good. Well, but it's not a real job probably because it is a recruiter, so it's fake. Well, not necessarily fake, but I told myself I will not apply to this stupid how do you call it? Like third party stuff. I just want to apply directly. All right, let me see how many jobs we have applied just now for the couple months. Okay, this seems that I forgot one to apply to. Let me WordPress developer. Did I ask for a motivation letter? They do. So let me make a motivation letter real quick. Uh, motivation letter. Chat GBT. Um, how's it called? It's called Full Stack WordPress. Full Stack WordPress. I think it's this one. Yes. So I'm just gonna copy copy this. Maak een motivatiebrief kort. Praat niet over hoe lang ervaring, maar gewoon ervaring. Alright. Alright. Let me see if there's an actual name. Okay. Great. Okay, let me see. Let me go to the Notions page and let me go to year plan because it was here somewhere. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Continue. WordPress Next.js content editor. What's also Studio. Okay. Front end developer. Okay. Let me put in a motivation letter. Writing. 1 second, guys. I'm doing it behind the scenes, but there are no new jobs today. There haven't been a new job for like 5 days straight, so that is pretty unfortunate. But you know, we just apply until something sticks. You know, it can wait. We get better every day, so it's not that I'm applying to a very specific position or anything like that. So okay, paste. All right. Okay, applied. Fuck off. That's done. So we did that. The next thing is we're gonna work on a project immediately. So let's do that. All right, let's go open this npm run dev. Let's go to localhost 3000, and on the next page, let's actually open the page. So, um, so we had a bit of an issue, and I'm gonna show you what the issue is. Interesting. Not sure where this is coming from, to be honest. Let me refresh that. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'm not sure what that was but yeah. Basically, we made this button, and I just showed it on top real fast that it works, right? That's all what I did. So let's go to the page and actually disable that because we know already that it works. So we can go here. Now there's a bit of an issue here. So this is I'm not sure where the scrolling comes from. Oh, I do know where the scrolling comes from. Yeah. No, I do know. I do know. So on the hero, we have a filter. We said that it's this, but it needs to be 100%, but it's not. It has a certain, maybe it's like 130%. But there's a certain issue. You see here that it go, let me actually put it on dark mode. You see here that it goes over the top, which is not good. So we need to work on that. So yeah, let's work on that. Um, let's make this relative and let's see what happens. Does that solve the issue? But it needs to be on top. So let's do set like 5. I don't see it though. Let me. I wouldn't say it's here. Let me try to find it on the page. So I think it was the one with yeah, this one. So it's somewhere over here and it's not selected. So it definitely needs something here. So let's go to the filter actually and let's see what we have. Okay, we set -5. Okay, and we set absolute. Let's remove the absolute to relative. And let's see what we have. Okay, and then let's make it visible by saying height is full. I don't see it though. Hmm. So it really needs to be absolute or yeah, it does. Okay, so and now it actually displays correctly, I see. Well, kinda. I think the filter actually needs to go a little bit on top even. No, it is on top. And this is -10. This is -5. and this is set 10. So no, the stack is correctly. However, it links to the content, which is not good. So let's put that here. Let's see what happens. Okay, that doesn't matter. Positioning doesn't matter. Okay, let's see if we try to have an inset here. Okay, no, that does create issues. Guys, another thing what we can do, let me see if we have that. Okay, that doesn't matter. Let me think. There are a couple of solutions for this. So one of the solutions is that you're gonna match it exactly with the width and height of the current video. So we're gonna have the aspect of this one. I'm not sure if it's gonna change anything, but we'll see. Okay, no, that doesn't matter because it still applies to the but it grows with the content. That's the thing. But that should not happen. It should just be it should be like an SVG, to be honest. And it's not an SVG, and the problem is because um, the official website just select it and just put it on top. But this is not necessarily just possible. We actually need to apply it very specifically on the overlay. So I think another is that we exactly match it by guessing, which I do not like. Right? So guessing would be like, okay, we're gonna try 120%, and then it grows, right? You see this here? I'm gonna make it more visible so you guys can see, right? You see? So this is a bit of guessing. I do not like guessing. However, I want to see how far we can go. So we're gonna go this one, and we're gonna go to here, and we set like a certain height. And what we're gonna do here, we're gonna increase it slowly until we have something. Well, this looks very close. So it's gonna be, okay, this is too much. So it's probably 0.1. So this is the exact match. Now I am not a fan of this, but it does solve the issue. So, okay. So now we have it fully covered. Now we also have another problem. And give me a second. I will close this one. The other problem is this. So when we go to the page, and let's assume we want to add it as a double component. So we're just going to stack it. You see that it stacks on stack, but not correctly. You see that there's a certain part missing. So it only recognizes a certain point, right? So this is the overlapping that you see here. Maybe I should make it dark so you can see. Oh no, I mean dark you cannot see it, but there's a certain overlapping here. And that is because we said it's absolute and it's on the back, and which is a problem. So we need to find a solution such that it pushes down, right? I think if we remove relative, it does not. Okay, that was clear. What if we put this to relative? I'm gonna ask the AI soon because I don't want to do a lot of guesswork. Okay, so that immediately solves a problem, but not the problem. No, that actually creates a huge problem. I see. Okay. Okay, so it's definitely instead. So I think this is a good question for the AI because I don't want to think about this because it's very complex. Um, Open a new tab. So I'm gonna say the page, and I'm gonna say the hero. It seems that the hero component does not stack upon each other, rather rather it seems to stack with the content in the hero component. How should I solve this? So I'm gonna ask the AI. It's not gonna edit it for me. So let's see what the AI is coming with. Would you like me to suggest changes? Um, okay, I'm gonna first read what it said. Okay. The hero component uses absolute positioning for the video and they can cause videos to overlap other content with the hero component and potentially affect the stacking multiple hero components. Show that the hero component has a defined height. The parent div needs to be in height to contain the absolutely positioned video. Okay, um, so heightful, will that solve the issue? It does not. Or did they mean this section? Let me see. No, definitely not that section. Did they mean the video? Kinda. That is not necessarily issue, but we don't. We have an aspect ratio here, and then we are overriding it, which we should not happen. Okay. Okay. To fix. Okay. Stop it. Page size. Okay. Um, Make sure that the content within the hero component has a size. It does have that. It does have a higher set index component. You see, I said here it should be have a set of -10, right? Maybe I should actually remove this one. Let me see if that solves an issue. It does not because of the filter, and the filter has a -5. So I actually should at least have -5. So that's pretty interesting. We can also do the opposite, right? We can say set 20 and we're gonna do this one to 5 and put the filter to 10. This is maybe a solution. No, that is not a solution. So we identified that the the stacking of the set indexes is not a problem. Adding a height to the hero div, but so that the app position has a container and just a set index. Yeah, please suggest changes. Let's see what is saying that. Okay. So it says height 80 viewport. Okay. Let's see. Well, kinda. Then we can say 100 viewport, right? And then that solves the issue. Well, it's not really 100 viewport because there's a lot of spacing in between. It seems so. So let's just slowly decrease that. So let's go here. Let me see, 100. Oh yeah, that makes sense because we also have these ones, but I'm not sure if I want to do something like that. I think that doesn't make any sense to do. But I get the solution. I don't like that solution though. Um, Suggest another solution. I do have one inside my head, but I'm giving let's see. The section element. Okay. Hmm. Because if I do this, right? Like let's assume I do this with the height. The problem is that if we're gonna go responsive mode, what will happen, like I don't have responsiveness right now, right? Now I will fix that later. That's not an issue right now. But then I also need to think about this. We can do it, right? But then we should do it immediately. So let's make the responsiveness then immediately. So what we're gonna open up our developer tools. We're gonna go to this one, okay, the first one, and we're gonna go a little bit down, and we're gonna slowly decrease it. So it says 93 viewport height. So 93 viewport height would be the exact height here. But we will have a couple of issues here. Right? First of all, we have the aspect ratio issue here, and we don't have obviously have this one, so that's not the issue. But the second issue is that mm, yeah, the second issue is that it might bug out when we're gonna do some animations. But okay, we keep it as a solution for now. So I would say temp solution. But we're not gonna do responsiveness right now. A little bit later though, when we're gonna do the navigation, we're also gonna do this one. So, but okay, that works. So that issue is solved. So we can remove this hero. Okay. Let's actually make it 92 to be honest. think 92 is great. Even smaller, I would say. It does not respond suddenly. Why not? Okay, what if I do like the half of that? Not sure why it's not responding suddenly. Interesting. So it only responds if and only if I do this? I see. Okay. So let's go to the hero code and let's do 93. And I want to have some margin on top of this solution. So we're gonna go to class name. We're gonna just say margin button 1 rem. Let's see. I mean, it's over exaggerated. But now what I can do, I can remove this one. And then we do have a bottom solution, right? And there's a scroll, and that should not be. So we actually can do this by 75. We want to remove the scroll at the beginning. Let's do actually 0.5 then. Okay, still scroll. How about 0.2? Okay, that's too much. Okay, how about 4? Hmm. 4, 5? Nothing? Very interesting. Okay, so it really depends on this certain part. Then, if that is the case, let me think about it. Okay, we're gonna play around with that. Give me a second. So there is a margin, but it does not affect the hero, I see. Yeah, it does affect, but not the way I want it. Maybe let's do this. Let's remove the margin for a second. Very interesting. What it actually is saying to me is that, hey, the video is bigger than the margin itself, than the content itself. That should not be. That is a issue. Okay, so this is the width. Let me see the height. It's gonna be 97%. Does that have any effect? Doesn't. Interesting. So that is because of the aspect ratio. Let's do aspect ratio 2. What happens? Okay. So it does respond. Great. Good to know. Let's play around with the aspect ratio then. So let me see what it is. go to the video. Um, Images, filter, video. Okay, we are at the video. Let's first, okay, the cover works, great. And then we're gonna play around with the, okay. Okay, it changes like a lot, so let me see if I can try it individually. Okay, how about this? 2.12. Okay, I think that's good for now. Awesome. I started learning React. This seems a lot of code, bro. Is it hard? Bro, to be honest, this is okay. This is okay. It's not like low level, but it's okay. This is a very specific project, that's why. So yeah, let's build this one. It seems it's just a paragraph. CTA padding. Let me see. Okay, great. It's not hard. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, so um, we're gonna create a div and we're gonna say data CTA right. I don't need to say CTA right. We want to have something which is called a P. Let me see if it recognizes it. It doesn't. Let me see if I can grab it from here. So like P. Great. P. And what's going on? Children. Yeah. Okay. Children is defined. So let's see what that is. Awesome. Okay, it seems that it's stacked. Well, I think that is a great moment to actually say flex item center, justify between. Alright, and let's see the text color, which is the same text color as the second one. So let's do that. That is text white 50, class name. Okay, so we have this one here. Great. Then we have another problem here, and that is we need to create this part. I'm not going to create the animation for now, but let's actually see where we can find that picture in our application. I'll actually give it a name. So let's go to our project, not this one. Okay, Next.js. Gonna go to the public images. Let's zoom in for a bit. Let's see where we can find this woman. Okay, it's asset 0, and I'm gonna call it hero CTA image. And what kind of okay, it seems like it's a JPEG file. Let's immediately import that, and because we are using Next.js, we can say image from next image, and we're gonna have a source, and the source is automatically defined in the public. So let's do that. So we're gonna go to images, and then we're gonna say this one dot JPEG. We also need a width, so we're gonna say width is 100, as in pixels. Missing the required height property. Okay, so let's do height as well, 100, just to display it. So okay, so we see an image here. They're not the same size at the moment, so let's see what the actual size is of this image. It is width 226 by height 228, or size is 113. So can we do sizes? 113, 226 by 288. Oh, I did it wrong. 226, 288. Size is 113 pixels. I think I did it right. There's an issue. What's the issue? Oh, alt prop. Okay. Alt is CTA image. Okay, so we have that issue solved. Seems like this one errors out. Can I just say sizes? No, I actually have to get away with this one. But then we just do this. And it seems like it's double the size when I do that. So we actually have to define it by 2. So let me see if I can do this. Okay, and that seems to be the exact size. It also has a border. So let's see what the border is all about on their website. So their border is border radius inherit. Okay, so they have a certain border defined. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna say class name, and then I'm gonna say rounded, because that is the border width here. I'm just gonna say medium. Let's see what happens. So at least a little bit more defined. So maybe we can do XL. Okay, that seems about to be perfect. It's almost exactly the same, to be honest. It seems like there's an either a border on both of them. I'm thinking if I should do something about that. Let me think about it. We have two ways. We could say we make this individually as a background on the image. So let's actually do that. So we have the image here. And then we can say bg white. I would say size. Let me see what the sizing here is, what they do. Let's just do size 5. Let's see what happens. Okay, no, that fucks around. Okay. I'm gonna say height full, width full. I'm not sure what it does, so let's see. Okay. It seems it has defined a certain height and width. So what we're gonna do then, we're gonna make it a little bit bigger than these ones. So let's define the height by 200 pixels and the width by 200 pixels. And let's see what happens. Okay, that is way too big, clearly. So let's do 100 and let's see what happens. That is too small. So let's do 120. Let's run on 120. Okay, we made a severe mistake here somewhere. Let me see. What happened? That fucks around. going on? Okay, we're back. It was a little bit of bugging. I would say it's like 160, 120. Let's center it. So flex item center. Justify center then. We might as well. Okay, so let's look at the problems that we have here compared to the other one. First of all, we have a width issue, so let's make it 130. Okay, obviously we have a border, so we're gonna say rounded XL. Let's see what happens. Okay, seems that mine is a little bit bigger than expected, as in the width and the height. So let's shrink it down by 10, both of them. That is a little bit too small. Okay, so let's add 5 of both of them. Okay, that seems to be pretty okay. And if we hover, okay, so let's actually make the hover immediately complete. On hover, we want to say the rounded R bottom, so right bottom, to be 0. So let's see. Okay, does not work necessarily. Okay, so I need to work on that. Let me see where we went wrong. No suggestions. Okay, rounded bottom, none. Butter. Okay, and it needs to have some transition. So let's do transition. Okay, that's a little bit too fast. Can I do transition 300? No? Okay, let's do both of them then. Hover, rounded. Top right, none. So what happens is, if I hover, it's going to be like that. And that's what basically is happening here, right? So, but it seems like it's even a div on top that does that. So that's pretty interesting. We need to think about that for a second. Hmm. Because if that is the case, if that is the case, okay, they are separate components, but then okay, so there's one on top that basically triggers it. Okay, we need to think about that, to be honest. But it's working now, so that is one of the things that we solved. Okay, so we have that around the image, but we also have another problem, and that is we have something to that side as well. So let's see how big that actually is. So let's check it here. In the sense of the width is something I want to know. Um, justify gap 20 pixels, flex wrap. Did I select the wrong one? No, it is the right one. The width is 1 pixel, really? This framer website is very sketchy. That is very disappointing. So I have to actually make it up. So let's do that. Uh, it's one level below. So let's make a BG white. We're also gonna do a height of 155 pixels. We're gonna do a rounded XL, and actually let's do these one as well immediately. So instead of bottom right, we're gonna do bottom left of both of them. We need a width. I'm not sure what the width is, but I'm gonna do 355 pixels and let's see how it looks. Okay, it is stacked. Well, if it's stacked, then I also should say flex here. Okay. But now we have a problem when we hover over those, right? We have either this one or this one responding. But when we hover on both of them, it seems like both of them trigger. So we have to think about how that's going to trigger a little bit later. But yeah, let's make it like 3 or 5. That seems a little bit big. Let's do 275. Okay, that seems almost okay. Right? Let me drink something. Alright, so what's the problem? Well, we have a lot of text in that, so let's work on that. So what is the first text? The first text just seems to be a normal P. So let's do that. P. And it says team lead. Okay? Team lead. It actually seems bigger than it should be, which is a bit annoying. But we can adjust that by saying text 14 pixels, which is also too big. Let's do 12 pixels. Does not respond. Okay, it does not respond. Let's see why. Because it's already defined. We can override it, but then we have to install a separate package. I'm not feeling to do that, so let's see if we can specifically do this only for this one because it's very specific. It says here, let me see, P style. There's a lot of calculations here, what they did. Oh, that's very annoying. Yeah, a lot of calculations. That's okay. I am not gonna do that because that's the freedom of having. That's the freedom of having a no code gonna just make it P. We're gonna say text 11 pixels, which is small. We're gonna have font semi-bold, a little bit bigger. Okay, so it seems that it's 14. Also, we have the tracking, so we have to do a tracking 0.6 AM minus 0.6 AM. That seems to be exactly the same. Great. Let's do the next one, which is called Fabrica. I'm not sure which color this is, but we're gonna find out soon. So what we're gonna do with this one, see what the size is. I think most of them is the same, but I think the size is like 9. That's way too small. Oh, that's very interesting. Let's do 12 then. I would say that's the same. Let's check out the color. Oh, that's my own part. Let's check out the color here. Dark reader extract E to E0 DC. E to E0 DC. Well, that doesn't seem my that doesn't seem correct. And that also doesn't seem to be correct. So we're gonna use CSS peeper for this then. Go on the side, please. On the side. Okay. Okay. Text color is not that text color, sir. Annoying. Okay, let's go to the colors here then. Show all colors. So let's see this instance then. That is way too light, so that needs to be darker. How about this one? Way too light. Very interesting. Oh, I see. I see what's happening here. So what it does, it says black 50 or something. Yeah, these motherfuckers. I think mine is even darker, but that's lighter, but that's okay. At least we have that. Now we have a bigger P. So I think that is this P. And we're gonna say Laura Thompson. Okay. Okay. So let's see. No, it's even bigger. Oh, it's the same as this one. So we can say big big P. It's the same, right? Yeah. Yeah. Not really, right? No, it really needs to be smaller. What kind do we have here? H3? Maybe we can try H3. So let's go here and say H3. And then what happens here? Okay, that seems to be the exact size. Class name, font, semi-bold. Okay, that seems to be the exact same. Now, what we're gonna do then, because this is a div by itself, um, this is called text, and this is called button. And we're gonna import the button that we made last time. And hey man, for how long have you been doing this? Website looks 6 by the way. Like 2.5 years, 3 years maybe. Looks okay, right? Not not too bad. Let's put an active because I made an active prop. What's going on? Property name, class name. Okay, it's missing. Sure. Oh yeah, I have to do the apostrophe. Can let's do this one. Okay, let's talk. Okay. Seems that our let's talk is a little bit taller than expected. So let's adjust that in a button. So let's go to PYG, byte rounded, PX 12. Okay, so we have a little bit of a larger width. Let's do 110 and let's see what happens. Okay, that looks way better. Okay, great. I'm gonna go back here and we want to do something with these two, especially with this one here, and that is targeting this one. So what's the reason why is that it has a justify of center. Did you learn everything by yourself? I did learn everything by myself, yeah. But it just takes practice, just takes time. If you need help with that, please let me know. What am I doing? I don't want to do it here. I want to do it. What's going on? What's the problem? Has no corresponding closing tag. Okay, this one. Justify. Justify center. Um, Flex column. Okay. It has a left margin. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. About the other one. Well, we'll figure it out soon. Okay, flex call. It has a padding on the right. I'm not sure what the padding is. I'm just doing one rem. Oh, sorry. It's sorry, padding on the left, obviously. Okay, that looks very similar. Only one problem. which is on the bottom. We want to have a padding top of like 125 rem. Let's see, maybe half even. Oh, I did not do that correctly. Okay, so we can actually do maybe 75. Let's see. 1 rem. Okay, interesting. No, it's 125 rem even. Interesting. Okay, and it seems like it's all good here that we have a padding of left rem, but we also want to have like a certain padding here. I'm not sure what the padding would be. Maybe a little bit like padding top 1.25 rem. It's a little bit too much. Okay, let's do 1 rem. Too much. Okay, let's do 175 then. 75 rem. 0.6. Pretty close. It seems that the let's talk um, let me see where the children, I rendered the children here, and if I said semi-bold, and it actually needs to be bold, it seems. Actually, his bold looks way different than mine. That's very interesting. Maybe it's even black. Yeah, it's black. Or it looks black at least. Interesting. Extra bold? Does it exist? Let's see if that is a thing. So, extra bold is a thing. I think this is fine. Okay, so now we have an issue here, right? Because if you see over here, not only the transition, but when I hover over either this one or that one, it just automatically becomes, it does something with these hover states. So, good job. Takes a lot of discipline myself. I'm gonna start learning JavaScript this week. Um, okay, this week. Tell me more about your experience. I can guide you a little bit, push you in the right direction. Okay, so it seems like we have this P here, but there's a problem. We want to say justify end probably, because then we get a text on the bottom. No, we do not. Um, sorry. Items end maybe. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Is it on the same line? It's not, but we'll figure that out. That's fine. And it seems that there's a padding right between those. So padding right of 3rem. I'm doing it right. Let me think about the perspective. No, the perspective is wrong. We have to do this on the P itself, I think. Yeah, and it's even bigger. That's very interesting. Let's do the double. It's even more than that. Okay, something like this. And it seems that his text is also lighter, so let's do like 70. But if we do that, then we also have to do the other one. So let's go below the plus signs and say, let's do 80 for both of them. So we have some consistency, right? For these ones. We're gonna push this one a little bit down soon. Don't worry about it. But we're gonna fix this first. Okay. We have to think about it. Um, so padding top on the CTA. So I'm gonna say in a hero on line 70 we have a data CTA left that holds the left elements. On line we have certain at a certain point we have a hover state item for bottom left and top top left. However, I want it to trigger when I hover over line 82 line 70 diff. How would I do so? I'm not sure how I would do this. Okay, let's see what it says. Another approach to solve. Oh no, let's. Let's put it on a new page because that confuses me. Oh, it modified it? That was not. No, 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 no. Sorry, I did the. I'm not sure why I did the code one. I don't think this is possible. Like I get what they say, like hover on these ones, but that wouldn't solve the issue, right? Because we still have it on these lines. I'll show you. Um, Probably. So you see, we still have it on these lines. So that was a bit stupid of the AI. Like I appreciate the effort, but so I'm gonna ask it again. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna do let's see. Huh? Wait. No, 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 bro. So annoying. I'm not sure what happened there because I specifically said on the ask. So it should stay on the ask. Okay. Okay. No worries. Now if I move, I will add them to the div 70. Let's check that. It seems that there's two open, which is very annoying. Okay. Let's at least do this one. So it wanna replace this whole part. Is that what it's saying? Let's go here. Okay, that's fine by me. Yeah, you keep making mistakes. Is it that hard? Damn it. That is when you have a stupid AI. So, like we can maybe like do a use ref, but I really want to avoid that behavior. Okay, terminate. Okay, I think this is a question for a premium AI. I'm not sure how to do that. I think we can do a use ref, but I'd rather not do this. And the reason why is because then I have to start a global state right now. And I think it's better to wait for the global states a little bit later. Um, Group hover. Add a group to the parent that wraps both. Add group hover prefix to the styles you want to apply on other children. Remove rounded corners on data hero CTA. Let me see. Um, I only want to have it for the children in data CTA left. How would it? Let me see. I think you would then add group here. Oh, I see. So you're gonna say peer, and then you're gonna do these ones. Let me see. I've never seen this before. I think this is new TypeScript, so I'm curious what will happen. So let's add the peer in the data here, and then let's go to let's put it here. Okay, right. Okay, so we're gonna go to data CTA right, and we wanna let me see. BG white, text white. We wanna target these ones. So let's see if that does something. It doesn't seem so yet, but let's also do these ones. And we're gonna go to let's see Fabrica. This one. Okay, that doesn't do anything to be honest. So ChatGPT is either hallucinating or I am not understanding it. This only works if the peer element comes before the affected element in DOM because Tailwind uses adjacent sibling selectors. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So we need to put it on top of that one then? Hmm. Oh, oh, I see. Wait a minute. I did it on the right, but it needs to be on the left. It needs to be on the right. No. Hmm. Let me read it again. Great. If you only wanna hover, okay, so it's, okay, I see. Sorry, I meant CTA data, CTA right. Oh no, that's not also what I want. God damn it. Give me a second. That's what I'm doing wrong. Give me a second. Um, when right. Okay. No, I don't want to use state for this. No. I I don't want to style this one. I want to style. Let me see. let me do this one for example. I think that's possible. Add group to the hover parent. Use group hover none to the target image box. Okay, I think I understand what's going on. So let me try it out. So we have a peer here, which is on the CTA right, and on that peer, you see, or a group, whatever, and there is a group. Oh yeah, transitional and duration, whatever. Okay, give me a second. So instead of peer, we want to do group. Let me see how it's defined. Just with an slash. Okay. So I'm gonna go here, and in these ones, we're gonna say group, and we're gonna say group here. Actually, let's do. Let's see. Okay, nothing. Is that right? Oh no, that's not right. Okay, group. Group. And then group needs to be here. Okay, there's one problem, and that is that this transition all is not here. My voice is very low. Yeah, that's true. You want to higher? Hi there. How about this one? Okay. Okay, that seems fine, right? Okay. No problem here. Now the only thing that we need to do here is that we need to get this one on this line here. To do that, is to say data hero CTA BR. Okay, this one needs to be removed. I'm gonna say justify end. Oh, not like this. Then it needs to be flex. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Items end. Something like this. Okay. That looks pretty close, right? Pretty happy with that. Like I can make things smaller and those kind of stuff, but I think this one looks pretty much. Oh, VS Code. I use Neo by the way. Oh, it doesn't matter. As long as the tool works for you, it's not a big deal. How are you doing? What is your stack? What are you doing on a daily basis? All right. Yeah, pretty much happy with that. Right? Looks very similar. All right. It's time for this one. Actually, so the first one that we need to create is actually this one, plus with a circle on the background, which is centered, or clients. and some text. And it's probably going to be reusable or not. Let's see how reusable it actually is. Sometimes it's reusable. Right? Sometimes we have text, sometimes we do not. So that's pretty. I only saw it twice. I'm not sure if it's worth the time, to be honest. Let's actually make the glass gloss effect here as well, which is a fixed position on. I'm doing good. In uni studying computer science, also doing web dev, although haven't coded since early February. That is the problem with you know, computer science. It's more homework theoretical than actually coding. It has nothing to do with coding in my maybe a part of it, like 25%. I also did a major, so okay. Um, I'm thinking about this, what we should do about that. Because this is completely unnecessary, right? Because we don't have that a lot, right? You see here, we don't have that here. Also not here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make this reusable. I think it's just a paragraph, and but I'm not sure about the color, to be honest. So let's try it. It says the text color is black. I'm not sure about that. The background is I think it's 121212, to be honest. But no worries. Let's define that. So I'm gonna go. Well, it's not computer science, but it's just me not getting the same motivation or drive to code like I did. In hindsight, the only solution is to just start. Well, it depends on how busy you are, right? What I would do instead, if I wouldn't had like, okay, let me ask you this question first. Do you actually have time to program next to your major? That is the real question. Um, let's do it as an UI, and let's do this as a mm, section header tsx. I'm gonna copy what we have here, so I don't have to rewrite that. Okay. Section header. Okay. Let's rewrite that. Let's close down our stuff here. Awesome. Let's zoom it a bit in. Okay. First of all, let's make some static text. And this first static text is actually or clients. So or clients. And let's actually import a p here. And we're gonna do that the same way. So we're gonna go to import the module. See, we are at Fabrica and those kinds of stuff. Typography. And go to main, and then we say p. Main, just main, and then we destructure the p. So we have the p here, and let's actually put it on the screen. So let's go to our page, and let's go here, and let's say section header, and it doesn't have a children at the moment, but it does ask for a class name. I've had the same feeling before. I paused when I uni started. I was working on a full stack chat app and never got the motivation to resume. Oh, currently I do have free time to code. I had the same feeling before as well. And the solution, or at least I've seen, to just start coding after a bit to get the drive back. You know what you should do? You should ditch that full stack chat app and actually make a new project. Don't work on projects you don't feel like doing anymore. It's okay. Don't worry about you're the type that doesn't finish project. So you have our clients here that basically looks the same that we should. Now we're gonna create a div here, and the div is gonna have BG black. It's gonna have text white, and because we have a return statement here, we actually have to make a fragment. What is your stack, by the way? Damn it. It's fine. I actually should have made that a div. The reason why we made it a div return is because it's gonna be flex. That's why. And it's gonna have like a padding left of, I don't know, like 1.5 rem. Okay, we're gonna make the plus sign again, which we saved before, which was this one. We're just gonna make a plus sign and let's see what happens. Okay, so that shows up. We're gonna do rounded full because we wanna make it full rounded. Okay, we did that. Now it needs like a certain width and height. So let's do height of 12 pixels and a width of 12 pixels. Let's see. That is way too small. Also, we need let me see. We also need text center. Okay, so we have that. Let's actually make it 50. Just we can see what's happening here. I think I know what the problem is. Let me. It's not like I don't want to work on it, cause I do. It's just coding itself, feeling low on starting out. Bit, but not a big deal. I just have to push myself confident and refine. I was doing mem for the chat app. Oh, Mern, or the Mern stack. I found BA to be more fun than FA. Back end, more fun than front end. Well, you know, these things like back end and front end are more closer than you think nowadays. Front end is not only UI nowadays. It's more than that. And the same with back end. It's not only logic nowadays. It's also a lot of rendering of UI. So you might not believe me when I say this, but when you are getting a job, you will realize this. Okay, so the text center is not the text center that I want. So we have a couple of solutions here. The first solution is that obviously let's see how small it needs to get. at first. So let's go here, and I'm gonna, let's see, the height, background. We're gonna decrease the height. Okay, this is like 19. I think it's gonna be 18 then. So let's do 18. Okay, and the text center is not really helping here. And well, if the text center is not helping, that's fine. Then I'm going to just do flex item center. I don't want to bother too much with that. And then justify center. Okay. Okay, so we have something here. It seemed that his one is more defined, so we're gonna do font semi-bold. Okay. And let's actually make some space to rem here. Oh, obviously I need to put that one here. Let me do padding right on here. Padding right. That's not gonna work out. Let's do margin right then. Let's actually make that bigger. So let's 2 rem, so it's over exaggerating that. Oh, obviously I need to do also left. Okay. And that's gonna be still 1.5. Okay. So it seems still that the height and width is still too big. So let's go do that. Let's go fix that. Let's do 18, 20 for both, and let's see what happens. So we're gonna do a multi-cursor. I'm just gonna say 20. Okay, and we do have a problem here with the text center. Okay, let me say what you said. I mean, yeah, true. Now I get what you're saying. What are you though? Where you from? Oh no, I finished study. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm not satisfied with that one. Maybe. Okay, let's do relative. Let's fix that. I think it's 1 pixel too low, so we're gonna say top minus 1 pixel. Let's see what that does. Let's actually do 2 pixels then instead. Minus 2 pixels. Let's zoom a bit in, because I'm getting blind of that. Bottom. So yeah, I'm not studying anymore. Oh, I see what's happening here. Because these are the same. This is a big deal though. It seems that it's in the middle though. So why is it such? Why does my brain says it's not in the middle? Because it's not. So to solve this problem, we can do 2 things. We can say we make a span. We go outside. Then obviously we need to do the text part here in the class name. Then it's outside right now. That's correct. And we're gonna say relative. No, let's deviate from that solution because it's not a big deal. Like we can do it, but I don't see the value of doing that. Let's just keep it as is. It seems that the caption is a bit. I think it's caption. Caption. It does exist, right? Go here. Oh, so let's go. Caption. Yeah, it does exist. Okay. Let's refresh. Okay. And seems that smaller, big caption, small caption. That's really weird though. Yeah, no, I'm not studying anymore. Well, this job is always studying, right? So let's be honest here. You learn on the fly. Or clients. I think I did define it though. Maybe as an H4? Not sure. We'll try. No, definitely not. Caption. Just P then. P? Let's see. That could be. Maybe I'm zoomed in. Ah, I see. Okay. Okay, but then we need caption again. Okay. But then we still have this issue here. Mm, let's think about it. Like it's 1 pixel lower. Maybe we can get around by doing this. So we say this, we say class name, we say relative, and then we say top minus 1 pixel. Maybe we can get away with that. Oh, that does move though. That does move. Okay. I am satisfied with that result, right? All right. And then we need to render through these ones soon. But this has an extra container. I'm not sure what kind of container that is, but the hero and the navigation does not have that. Also, let's make the navigation fixed for a second. So let's go to the navigation and let's say nav fixed. So when we scroll, there's like nothing on the screen right now. Oh, we do have to make a background. Oh, and that does F around, to be honest. Okay, maybe I think I should do this one. Fixed here. Oh wow, that fucks everything up. That's very interesting. Why? Navigation, class name, px, to rem. That should not create an issue. What is this? Background fixed? Oh, okay. That should not create an issue, but it does. Let's make the PG white, for example. I just want to see why. Okay. Width full. Um, hmm, justify between. Maybe I should do width full here then. Okay, that does not do width full. Uh, kinda. Mm, that is because of the other part. That's because of this one. Does that solve some issues? Does not. Hmm. I think I haven't have the idea. Let me go to navigation again. And I say px, but then I should say this one. But then we create an issue over here. But then we should go back to the page and put it here. Very interesting. Okay. Why does it stop there? Let me inspect, because that doesn't make any sense. So that's because of this one then. So if I go away from here, say width is full, and also no, the height is okay, and then we can say class name here, and then we can say because we say width full, we want to do mx to rem. Okay. Okay, that does almost solve the issue. And it doesn't scroll width, and that's because I need to do fixed in here. So I'm thinking about the hierarchy, right? So does scroll? No, it does not. Then I should do fixed here, and then something like that. God damn it. And then we have that issue again. Damn it. Okay, that doesn't work. Yes, Netherlands. I'm from the Netherlands. Mm, Also, the problem is that it doesn't respect, and we don't want to have that. We do want to have respect here. But if that is the case, then we should put that one here. I forget about this for a second. Let's forget about it for a second. Let's actually think about it. Um, okay. Now it becomes a bit sketchy. I can say, for example, that this one is going to be the 100% view width, right? So then you have this one is 100% visible. But I don't think that is a good solution, to be honest, because it might fuck around. Yeah, it might fuck around. Okay, but the width is good. But then we also need to do BG white. But it, yeah, then we have that issue again. I need to think about that. I will come with a solution later. This is fine for now. And we have our clients, so we can work on that next. Let's actually put the interesting. I'm not sure what the max width is. Container. Does container doesn't work anymore? Container. Yeah. Um, Max width. It's gonna be 6XL, something like that. This is how you write it. Let me see. 4XL. Doesn't respond. Oh, okay. It starts to respond suddenly. Is this kind of the part? No, it's way bigger. I don't think there's anything above 7XL. Oh, there is. 10. Oh, that is that's fuck up everything. Hmm. I'm getting tired. That's what you see. I'm starting to make a lot of mistakes. So, but we have been programming for a while as well. So, and we are programming in the morning. Mm, Let me see how much 7XL actually is. Just curious. 7XL is 1280. Okay, so but it's not 1280, so we're gonna do 466 pixels then. Something like that. That seems pretty right. Maybe even too generous. Let's see what the new laptop is from MacBook. I think that is why is Figma not loaded? I'm not sure about the new size of the MacBooks, but I think this is made for MacBooks. So give me a second. Sign in to Figma. I just signed in last week. What is the problem? Okay, never mind. MacBook sizes in pixels. There must be somewhere like a list or something, whatever. Okay. I just want to have like the latest one. Is it somewhere here? A MacBook Pro. Screen sizes. Okay. 1536. Let's try that one. Let's see how it looks. Okay, that looks how it should. Okay. Very interesting. Everything scrolls a bit with the okay. Yeah, I think that is it for me. It looks fine. Right? It's very comparable. Right? Let me go here. Yeah, it looks very comparable. This one also works. We did the hover effect today. Yeah. I'm happy with the results of today. Alright, so I'm gonna do it. Tomorrow we're gonna continue. We're gonna render this one. We're gonna make the text. Probably gonna make this one because now this one's very specific. A lot of things were out of place, right? These places what we using here, for example, it's very different than mine. I added the pluses here because of my sake. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna make this one soon because I'm gonna make a animation container, and then we're gonna put all animations that are repeating. So let's see. Let's reload this website again. We're gonna do this one at the latest one, but I wanna see. Okay, so did it or did not? Give me a second. So let me see. Okay, there isn't like a transition effect here from opacity. Okay, and we have transitions effects here. Okay, great. Okay, this part is gonna be easy. That's not hard. Also, this part is not gonna be hard. Also, this part. A lot of things are going to be very similar now. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment if you want to see me make 600 in 7 years. And I have to do some other stuff behind the scenes, so see you around.